Hi guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, I'm Nicole and welcome to the channel. It's nice to have each and every single one of you. Capricorn, this is going to be a reading for you for the month of April of 2023. Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus cross watchers, if that is you. Discern the messages. All of you always discern the messages accordingly. Always, 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 always. Capricorn, I'm so sorry that mid-March readings, I did you and the air signs were the only ones I wasn't able to get readings out for the mid-month, and it's a little late now, so I figure let's just dive into the month of April. Life gets in the way sometimes as I run my own business and do this, and I've got my hands in 1,000 different things. So again, my sincere apologies to you guys, but know that you're always in my thoughts anyhow, and divine timing always is at play. So your nose is itching already. Didn't have that for any of the first 3 signs that I can remember. Capricorn, if you are interested in a personal reading, remember this is not a one-on-one. That information of how to reach out to me can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. So with that, let's just jump right on into your reading, Capricorn. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. It's going to give you notifications each time a new video is posted, okay? So for Capricorn, please, Spirit, I was meditating a little bit before I turned things on here for you guys. We're going to see what happens. All right. Connection, that was it Libra? No, it wasn't Libra. Was it Libra or Aquarius? It might have been Aquarius. Aquarius might have had that one. So you may be dealing with an Aquarius. You may have Aquarius in your chart. All right, for Capricorn, please, Spirit, what does Capricorn need to know? This connection, I almost feel like you're kind of using something to hide yourself away. Using something, it's almost like distraction type energy, that it's like you're kind of letting yourself kind of fall into the background. Let's take it. Core, I think that was Gemini that had core. Some repetitive cards here, guys. And then let's see, for Capricorn, rediscovery. All right, space. I said you're falling back into the shadows of your own life, trying to hide away that space. It's like you're distancing yourself from people, places, and things. You may be dealing with some self-empowerment issues. You may be dealing with self-esteem, our confidence, right? And through that, it's falling back into this innocence that you are. And I want to say, for some reason, the last time I did a reading for you guys, this might have come out before. I was like, my brain has just gone blank. I've been doing these all morning and it wasn't like this at all. Your energy is very different. It kind of fades in and out. Like you're almost wishing and hoping for some sort of protection, something that's going to hold space for you as well. Spirit is telling me to tell you not to hold space for others. I don't know how I feel about that, because I'm delivering the message. I'm going to turn that a little bit. You may have just held space for other people for too long. You may be retracting the space that you've given. You may not want to hold space. It's discerning of, it's almost like you just, if you walk out into the world, I know I'm like stumbling over my words here. If you were to walk out into the world and it feels like too much for you, you kind of retract. I can, example here, me as an empath, I can pretty much scope out the Walmart parking lot and go, no, I cannot go in there today. That's kind of how this feels for me, for you, is that you start to step out into it. And like, I almost don't even want to look at the camera. I just feel like I need to be protected. Like I need to kind of cover my own self up. And that's kind of it's pretty much the feeling that I'm getting from this reading, is it's like you don't want to be seen. It's retracting everything that permeates outside of you or from you, and you're just kind of shrinking it back into the core of your being. Why? Why, Capricorn? What's going on? And you guys are the first sign. The kitty is my footrest. He's under the table. Yes. Okay. No. Easy. Sorry, the cat's under the table. I want to do a little bit of clarifying on these for you guys for some reason. I'm trying to decide what I want to use to clarify those. Let's go with, I don't know, you guys have got me kind of thrown for a loop. All the other readings today were like zoom. They were full of stuff, but it's almost like there's this need for quiet. There it is, that connection, heartbreak. Who hurt your feelings? It's like you're withdrawing from situations right now. You may feel Spirit is saying neglected and abandoned by something or someone at this time. 8 of Wands, it may have come in as hurtful communication. You may not be happy with what you heard, what you saw, and it happened. It almost feels like emotional manipulation to me. Like someone was really playing on your heartstrings about something, and it left you just wanting to kind of go and hide in the shadows. What is this core about? I feel like you're moving into a space of bitchiness. Like, I will cut a bitch, kind of, kind of vibe. But it's like, in order for you to reassemble yourself internally, there's this need for this disconnect because you are trying to balance how your communication is coming back through. And again, this could be for Capricorn. I feel like this is more for you than the cross watcher. Spirit is saying something may have been taken the wrong way. And you may be questioning whether or not you took something the wrong way. No sneezes, no nose itches, no nothing until I sat down to do this reading. So it's almost like this, what the F, right? What the hell is this? Why would you say that to me? Why would you do that? Because this is how you made me feel. You made me feel sick to my stomach. It's kind of the vibe. It's really very gut-wrenching at the core of who you are. In this rediscovery, the Star and the 5 of Pentacles, now you're going to have to figure this out on your own, is how this is coming through. It's figuring it out on your own now that you've been left out in the cold. It's like you may have had an idea or a vision of how something was going to work out, and the reality of it is it is no more. There is nothing left to this, because it left you feeling helpless. It left you feeling alone. It left you feeling neglected. You could have been giving to a situation that wasn't in return giving back to you, or you may be, I'm going to say, feeling this coming is really how that comes across. Like, Spirit is giving me, like, it's feeling like it's coming. There may be some disappointments on the horizon, Capricorn, as we shift it through April. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but shit. There's a lot of, I'm going to call it misery surrounding a particular situation or person in connection to you. I feel like you're feeling pretty beat up. There's that 3 of Swords again with the 9 of Pentacles, again having to go it alone. Carrying the heartbreak or whatever the situation is with you forward. For some of you, it is just, Spirit is calling it a remembrance of pain. Pay attention to your mental health as well, is something else that I'm getting. If you have self-destructive tendencies, it's time to reach out and get some help. Because everything in your belief surrounding a particular situation is very barren, very, very dark, very, very tiresome. It's almost a struggle to get up for some of you right now, for whatever reason. But you know better than this. I want to say you know better than this. What is this for Capricorn in the midst? 2 of Pentacles energy. trying to decide which way you're going to go. Everything again feels very heavy to me, Capricorn. Very much so. I almost feel like it's like you're drifting downstream and you have no control over what direction you're heading. And this is Capricorn for Two of Swords. A lot of twos. It's kind of strange. Well, it's different to me. This reading has got me stumbling over my words like crazy. You may be having a hard time communicating your feelings, your truth. You guys might have somebody around you. I really don't like doing readings that are full of drama and shit like that, but I'm going to call it as it comes out. Like, I don't have to like it. It's just the messages that are coming through. Somebody may have left you feeling in this, or left you in this headspace, right? And I feel like this underlying energy is someone else is off living their best life, or at least that's what it seems like to you. Like they got what they wanted. Now they checked out. And to me, it's like, you know, they could be blaming you. It's such a thing. They could be blaming you for their careless ways and living in a victory of, I didn't do it. So you got to ask yourself if you're taking the blame, if you're taking the rap in some form for another person's indiscrepancies. And maybe it's the other way around, Capricorn. You got to check, you know, reality check too. If this is you, that you left someone else feeling like this, why did you do that? It's almost like somebody's rubbing something in somebody's face is how this feels to me. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Let's see what the hell's going on here. This is nutty. Absolutely nutty. All right, Spirit, for Capricorn. King of Swords. We got the Mother, or the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. I feel like there were some pretty nasty words exchanged. I really do, and I don't know why it's coming in that way to me, but it is. The Two of Pentacles underneath there. You got the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse. I feel like somebody took very harsh action. Like the words that are coming through could be name calling, ripping you apart, beating away. And I talked about your self-confidence at the beginning of this. Your self-confidence could have taken a massive hit and a massive blow, wondering what it is that you're even capable of anymore after this situation with somebody. But it's like, it's almost like a battle of the ego, a battle, you know, like a war between two people that it's like, I will cut you off at the knees just because I can. And that's really how this feels to me. It's exhausting. Like, I feel like your heart has been split open, ripped open, drug all over the place. Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse. Whoever this is, whatever this is, they are emotionally controlling. They don't care who they hurt, how they hurt them, why they hurt them. Eight of Cups. Queen of Swords again. And they know it. They know exactly what they're doing and they don't care. So whatever this is, if you're dealing with somebody like this, cut them off. Like, don't ask questions as to how you could fix it, why you can fix it, what way to Sunday you can fix it. Like this situation, and this reading is going to be pretty specific for somebody. It doesn't matter. Because this energy, this King of Swords, with all of this shit in the reverse position, and they're emotionally checking out on you, and they're leaving you holding responsibility or accountability for their bullshit, that is never okay. Never okay. They got what, I said, they got what they wanted, right? There's that Nine of Cups. They got what they wanted at your expense. You put in the work, you put in the time, you put in the effort for them to reap your rewards. This could even be a work situation where it's just like betrayal, backstab, fuckery, whatever you want to call it. Like they're just out to gain for themselves. And it's like you got kind of caught in the crosshairs, or are going to get caught in the crosshairs. So if this hasn't happened for you yet, you feel something coming, pay attention. If you're giving, stop it. You know, we are at a point right now across the board for all signs. Like it's time to sit back, analyze what's happening around you, pay attention to what is happening to you, and make a good conscious choice as to if it is serving you or not. And if it is not, it is time to let it go. So if this hasn't happened, pay attention. Pay attention. What is this Two of Pentacles for Capricorn for April, please, Spirit? This could have been a friendship. I'm going to say too, for some of you, this was kind of, I'm going to take that sideways. For some of you, this could have been a friendship. Maybe somebody that you would not typically have hung out with, been around, entangled yourself with somehow, but you did. You let go of the worry. You let go of the idea of, if it could go either way, almost like you didn't care. Like taking a calculated risk perhaps, but I feel like you're getting burnt in the end of this. Sending you into this like, well, shit, now that I'm here, what do I do? For Capricorn, please. Eight of Cups again. One of you holding on, one of you letting go of a situation. Son of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, you know, fast acting. And then you've got the Knight of Swords on the bottom over there as well. You know, you can tend to be a bit aggressive. Choices, it's going to be about a conscious choice and a truth. You may be getting hit with a very hard realization. I won't say that it is words of choice. It is not, you know, they may have been very callous with you in the way that they communicated with you at some point. But I'm going to say this, that like through this, you're grasping onto a hard reality, a hard truth. You're getting a stark realization as to how somebody is. The way you perceived them to be as opposed to who they are showing you they are night and day. Like it's taken you, whoever this is, a long time to understand the complexity of who they are, what they are at their core. And for you, it's like you put just enough faith into something and you're realizing this person's an asshole. You know, and cross-watcher, I'm sorry if you're watching this and I'm whooping your tail feathers. But this behavior, this back and forth, this clash of egos, this will to just one-up a person, this is never okay. This is not okay. We don't use people to get our way. So if I piss people off, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Five of Pentacles. Again, same energy as up at the top. You realize, you recognize the truth around a situation as to why this person or this situation occurred. It's becoming very real. It's a hardcore reality check as to who's in your circle, Capricorn. This Two of Swords for Capricorn. Five of Cups in reverse. Do not become vengeful, vindictive. Don't do it. Don't do it. I hate drama-filled stuff, but God, this is just what's happening here. You may see this person, if this was somebody you were dating, somebody you're working with, somebody you're a friend with, you may see this happening now to somebody else. Like where they got close to you, how they got close to you. Oh gosh, excuse me. All of a sudden, it's like you recognize that like they're moving off to the next person. There is always going to be another person. Or they could be surrounding themselves, kind of trying to like ostracize you from a group of people that you've been around. Or the people that you were friends with, trying to like supersede. If you had this, you know, if this is a relationship, you know, maybe you introduced them to, you know, 15 of your friends, and now they're clinging on to these 5 friends that were your closest in this group of people, making themselves out to be the victim. And you see this. So it's kind of like you're getting over this rather quickly. But it's almost like you want to become them in the sense of, you know, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't put that negative karma on yourself, because that's what's going to happen at the end of the day. If you're going to go out and be vindictive and vengeful because they decided to be assholes, you're going to put yourself in a really tight spot moving forward in your own, in your own right of karma, in your own right of justice. Don't bear the burdens of their soul if this is what's happening for you, okay? Here, this for me, please, Spirit. Walk away. Just walk away. They're doing you a favor. Could you imagine spending like many, many, many years with somebody like that? And then, having, we'll say 20 years, you see marriages, use marriage as an example. You spend 20 years with a person, and all of a sudden they go off and do something completely off the wall for who you've known them to be for those 20 years. And take back everything that you had worked on together. And they leave you stuck with the responsibility of everything you've worked for over the years. It's kind of like that. Like, you don't want to spend all this time and energy and effort dealing with somebody like that 20 years down the line to realize that they are not at all who they said they were. They were not at all who they portrayed themselves to be to you. Because the second you lay this down and you move on, that Six of Swords, you move away from this, you're successfully, you are the victor in the situation. That's where that Six of Wands may be coming from there at the end. Going, okay, if this is the way that it's going to be, I'm going to let the chips fall where they go, and I'm going to pick back up and move on. Do not try to interject yourself either into these situations with other people. I had a situation, someone I talked to some time ago, and I said, pay attention to how they treat the people around you. Because if they treat you that way, even if they are close with, Joe, Schmo, and whoever, it's a matter of when they're going to do the same thing to that person too. It's the inevitable. So you may have already had this experience. Now you're sitting back watching this person repeat this cycle. And Capricorn, if this is you doing this, karma is a very real thing. Very, very real thing. Don't be in low vibrational. Whoever this is in very, very low vibrational energy, you don't want to be a part of that. That is not okay. Temperance on the underneath there. High Priestess, Son of Pentacles, or Knight of Pentacles, essentially. You're going to move on to something that's going to be better for you. At the end of the day, you really, truly are. And you know this. You're a highly intuitive sign as well. You already know this, but you're going to have to balance out and temper where you want to interject yourself into a situation that is no longer yours. You need to heal, resolve this connection for whatever it was. If it was a battle of wheels and ego, it's also a time for you to check your ego and go, why in the hell am I entertaining this conflict? Why in the hell am I doing this? Why am I sitting in this with this person? Do not interject yourself into whatever situations they are creating with themselves and another person. It's not your bullshit. It's not your burden to bear. Let it go, because you don't want to bring anything negative upon you through this cycle that's happening. Okay, so just heed warning. Just stay out of it. You may want to get a little catty with them, but don't do that. All right, advice for Capricorn. This is one of the shortest readings I've done today. Holy moly. Advice for Capricorn: quieting the mind. 5, changes can also be indicative of conflict. Let yourself balance out your emotions right now. Get out of the headspace, get out of the idea of regret. That's revenge. That's the ego. You may also be regretting. Came out of my mouth for a reason. You may be regretting letting this person into your life. I hate to go, so what? Like, it's not a big deal, because if it's bothering you, it is a big deal, right? I'm not going to not validate your feelings in that sense. But it was a lesson. It could very well have been just it is a lesson, period, on how, the kind of people that we let in, teaching us to be more discerning. It may feel like it's inflicting some childhood wounds as well at this time. So advice for Capricorn for April, please, Spirit. Yeah, open to discovery. Into me I see, in the power of purpose. This person was meant to come in and shed some light. I kind of feel like this was a little bit of a test. Sometimes, guys, we need to have these massive like moments of heartbreak in order to bring us back to ourself and back to our center. Because it's like without that catastrophic moment coming in, we don't understand. As the humans, we just keep on gliding through life and into the next situation, the next situation, the next situation, without really giving it a whole lot of thought about what it is that we are learning at any given point in time. This is opening you up to understand that there is another way to deal with people, or the kind of people that you are choosing or being a little bit careless with, and who's coming into your life. It's going to move you and shift you if you allow it to do that. And to me, I see this is, again, a space of reflection. Why you've done the things the way that you've done them, why you've chosen the people that you do. It's like, you know, for women, we'll say, it's like, if you're an asshole or you're a jerk, it's tattooed on my forehead, right? Like, come see me. Like, this is the place you need to come to. And that's kind of what this is reiterating to me for you, is it's like, take a look at the people that you have allowed to come into your life, and what is it that they all have in common? Because in that, the common denominator to it is you. And I'm not saying that you're the problem, but what I'm saying is you are attracting these types of people. What is it about you that's calling these types of people? And this is supposed to be a very significant time frame of learning for you and taking decisive action to move into something different. And then that power of purpose, this person was brought into your life to really ping what it is for you that needs to be addressed. This is all about divine timing, divine lessons. Uncomfortable, to say the least, right? But if you awaken to that, you're going to understand the whys. Okay? So Capricorn, interesting reading, a little drama-filled for me, but there's a reason, there's a lesson behind this manipulation, this battle of the egos and wills. You know, Spirit is asking you to pay attention to your own ego. That person is reflecting back to you something you need to be aware of. Do that. Give credence to it and understand why it's there, and how to talk to your ego, how to make nice with your ego. Our ego can be our worst enemy and our best friend. It's up to you what you do with it. But again, why are we calling in the people into our lives that we're calling in? You know, there's a reason for that. So, time machine. Yeah, if you could go back and change it, I'm sure you would. Who wouldn't? Maybe sometimes. But do not live with regrets. Quieting the mind, a grand symphony. You know, it's going to change when you allow it to change, when you allow it to flow in a state of harmony. Open to discovery, a tall tale. Quit telling yourself lies about the types of people. It's like, well, I felt bad for them, or oh, they needed something, or I was trying to help them. Let them help themselves. Plain and simple. Let them help themselves. They can help themselves. Do you help yourself? Probably. So they need to help themselves. It's not your burden to bear, right? Not your monkeys, not your circus kind of thing. So, all right, Capricorn. Whew, what a reading. Gosh. All right, guys, if you found this video resonated for you, please hit that like button. That lets me know that the messages that I'm putting out there for you guys is, you know, they're doing their jobs. And then if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you would decide that you would want to dive more into your personal situation, because remember, these are collective readings. They are not going to resonate for everybody, and they're not going to get to the nitty-gritty of everything that's going on. Check out the email in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Capricorn, a month of lessons. Utilize them to your highest good. Put yourself on a higher vibrational energy. Move forward. Cross watchers, if that was you, I'm sorry for the ass whooping that you got. But no, it too is a time of change for you. It's time to change up what you're doing and ask yourself why you're in a callous space, if that's you. Remember, roles can be reversed. So, all right, guys, I'm wishing you a fantastic month of April. Take care of yourselves. I'm sending you so much love. See you soon. Bye.